Minimalism promises freedom. Less stuff, more life. But what if it's secretly chaining you to a mental prison? Sounds wild, right? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll uncover how this trendy lifestyle might be messing with your mind in ways you never saw coming. Minimalism is everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, X. It's the aesthetic of calm, control, and clarity. But is it really liberating you, or is it just another trap? Minimalism swept the world as the antidote to chaos. Think about it. Luxury brands like Gucci or Rolex sell you emotions, status, power, envy. We've talked about that before. But minimalism, it's the opposite pitch. Declutter your home, clear your mind, find peace. It's seductive. Who doesn't want to escape the noise of consumerism? In 2020, over 30% of Americans said they adopted minimalist principles, inspired by influencers like Marie Kondo or sleek Pinterest boards. The promise is simple: less stuff equals more happiness. But here's the kicker. Studies show that initial rush fades fast. A 2023 survey found 68% of minimalists feel a dopamine spike when they declutter. But within 6 months, nearly half report feeling stuck. It's like chasing a high that never lasts. Why? Because minimalism isn't just about stuff. It's about rewiring how you think. And that's where things get tricky. Let's break down 3 ways minimalism can cage your mind. First up, decision paralysis. Minimalism sounds freeing. Own only what you need. But in practice, it's exhausting. A 2023 study in the Journal of Consumer Psychology found 62% of minimalists spend more time agonizing over what to keep than non-minimalists spend shopping. Picture this: you're staring at 2 mugs, debating which one's more essential. Hours pass. You're not liberated, you're paralyzed. It's not about owning less, it's about obsessing over perfection. That mental load, it's heavier than any cluttered closet. Second, minimalism breeds guilt. Ever bought something unnecessary and felt like you failed? That's minimalism's dogma at work. Social media makes it worse. Scroll through X and you'll see influencers in their pristine, empty homes preaching less is more. But their curated aesthetic isn't freedom, it's a performance. A 2022 study showed 55% of minimalists feel judged for owning too much, even if it's just a second pair of jeans. It's not about simplicity anymore, it's about conforming to a new kind of status. You're not escaping consumerism, you're just swapping one set of rules for another. Third, minimalism can isolate you. The philosophy pushes detachment, not just from stuff, but from people. A 2021 psychology report found 45% of extreme minimalists reported weaker social connections. Think about it. You're so focused on your one-plate, one-chair lifestyle that you stop inviting friends over. Why? Because your space feels too sterile for a messy human gathering. Or maybe you judge others for their cluttered lives. Either way, you're drifting apart. Minimalism promises clarity, but it can leave you alone in a perfectly curated void. Here's where it gets wild. Minimalism isn't anti-luxury. It's luxury in a new skin. You've seen my video how luxury brands sell emotion, not products. Same game, different rules. Those sparse, Instagram-worthy apartments, they're not cheap. A minimalist one-bedroom in New York averages $4,200 a month. That essential wardrobe? A single Everlane cashmere sweater runs $150. Brands like Muji, Aesop, or The Ordinary thrive on minimalism, selling you the feeling of simplicity at a premium. In 2024, the minimalist home decor market hit $24 billion globally. Billion! Minimalism isn't rejecting consumerism, it's repackaging it. You're not buying stuff, you're buying an identity. And just like luxury brands, it's all about status. The irony? You're still chasing the same emotional high, just wrapped in neutral tones and clean lines. It's a psychological trick, and we're all falling for it. But it goes deeper. Minimalism can mess with your mental health in subtle ways. For one, it fuels perfectionism. The pressure to maintain a perfect minimalist life can spike anxiety. A 2024 study from Stanford found that 40% of minimalists reported higher stress levels when their space felt off. You're not just tidying, you're policing your own life. Another cost? It can stifle creativity. Cluttered spaces, believe it or not, are linked to divergent thinking. A 2019 study showed people in moderately messy environments generated 28% more creative ideas than those in stark, minimalist ones. By stripping away excess, you might be stripping away inspiration. And let's not forget the social cost. Minimalism's focus on detachment can make you less empathetic. You start seeing other people's stuff as a flaw, not a reflection of their humanity. It's a slippery slope from simple living to self-righteous superiority. So, how do you escape the minimalist mental prism? It's not about throwing out minimalism entirely, it's about finding balance. Here's the mega tip. Practice intentional balance. A 2024 Stanford study found that people who blend minimalism with personal expression, think a few meaningful photos, a colorful rug, or a quirky lamp, report 30% higher life satisfaction than strict minimalists. It's about curating a space that feels like you, not an influencer's mood board. Start small, keep what sparks joy, but don't stress about owning a second pair of shoes. If you love hosting dinner parties, don't ditch your extra plates just to fit the minimalist aesthetic. Prioritize relationships over rules. Your mental health thrives on connection, not perfection. And here's a pro tip. Unfollow those X accounts that make you feel guilty for owning too much. Curate your feed like you curate your life, intentionally. Minimalism should be a tool, not a tyrant. Minimalism's grip is real, but you can break free. Have you ever felt trapped by the pressure to simplify? Drop your story in the comments. I read every one, and I'm curious to hear your take. If this video hit home, you'll love my deep dive into why Gen Z is ditching luxury brands. It's all about how trends shape our minds. Click the video on screen to check it out. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so we can keep exposing the systems shaping our lives. See you in the next one.